Welcome to a Thursday night call-in here on the OHIO podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Buckeye Boggs, a.k.a. the Podfather, and you are you, and we're thankful you decided to join us this evening for our call-in show. Phone lines are open, 567-483-1999. Party like it's 1999, as Prince sang. And we're going to do that. We're going to do that 26 years later. We're going to do that on a Thursday night, Buckeye Nation. Make sure if you call in that you have a good take tonight. If the more callers we have, the shorter the call-ins can be, and we'll go through them a little faster. As always, everybody, super chats are on. Feel free to super chat tonight. If you super chat and you're waiting in line, you will skip the line. That's how it's going to go. That's how we're going to do that. That was suggested to me by my boy Kennedy. He said, man, when you got people waiting in line, have them super chat their area code so you know to zip them up the line. It works for him pretty good. So we're going to try that here if we have to. If we need to. Of course, it is volunteer, right? My goodness. My gosh. Did Ross Bjork stir up the hornet's nest in Buckeye Nation, my man? My goodness. People are upset that he's trying to create some new traditions, maybe alter a few traditions. We're going to talk about that tonight. No doubt about it. That's something everybody's going to want to mention. Plus, we are less than 4 weeks away. Less than 4 weeks away. Not tonight. That'll be next week. The Wizard of Boggs will make his triumphant return next Thursday night. That's the plan. Thanks for asking. But we're less than 4 weeks from Day versus Sark 2, the showdown between the big Texas head coach and the Ohio State head coach, Ryan Day, Steve Sarkisian, the return match, right? This Rocky and Apollo Creed, maybe. That's the way Texas wants to look at it. But we've got that to talk about tonight. So I feel, and listen, look, even the TTUN fans think we've got that 1-1. Listen, I'm not taking that. That is Jerry, you're trying to feed me something. I'm not taking the bait on that. Not taking the bait on that one, brother. By the way, my boy Jerry and I, we're gonna be recording a TTUN preview for everybody. That's what's up next. So looking for that. That's what they do, Jerry. Texas, of course, they're gonna talk smack. We're gonna talk it right back to them. We're not gonna waste any more time tonight. Let's get right into the phone lines. Let's have a good time tonight. Lacey, good to see you in here tonight, girl. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in the chat for a while. I know you're always watching. I appreciate that, my friend. I appreciate you. Let's go ahead and jump into the phone lines tonight. Let's see who's up first tonight. Looks like my boy Tyler's going to lead us off. He's called in the most out of everybody. What's up, Tyler?
Good evening, Eric. How are you doing today?
I'm juiced, buddy. You got some juice? You got some juice going on? I'm juiced tonight. I'm ready for football.
Yes, Eric. I ran into a Texas man today.
Tyler, you're always running into the enemy. What's up with that, buddy? Do you have Buckeye magnet
like when you're at a military base, Eric?
Yeah.
You have all fan bases across the country.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I got you.
So I ran into this Texas graduate, and he's like, I give him the horns down, right? He's like, oh, don't do that. I graduated there.
Well, now, why are they so offended by that?
I don't know. It's just that you're putting your hand down, you got two fingers going down. I don't understand, Eric. It's just that you're putting your hand down and
Well, we got a Longhorn fan in the chat tonight. Jack, since you're here, why does this offend you guys so much? Inquisitive minds want to know. All right, back to it. So you ran into this Texas fan Tyler. You gave him the horns down.
Mm-hmm.
He's upset because he's a graduate of Texas. He graduated from
Mm-hmm.
Texas, but yet he's in the military?
Well, because when it's a commissioned officer, they go to college first, Eric.
Oh, okay. I was unaware.
So when they first go to college and they get their degree, they
Uh-huh.
can and go to become. Once they get their degree, they can go into become a lieutenant in the Army.
Okay.
So it's called the ROTC program.
Gotcha. I know who ROTC people are. They're the ones who do the flag at the Ohio State game. Yep.
And same idea with Ohio State. It's the same thing with Texas. So once they get done with their ROTC at once they get their degree at the college they're going to, they can commission.
Okay.
So basically, you can come in as a second lieutenant in the Army.
So where did this conversation go? I'm intrigued, Tyler. Where did this thing where are you taking me on this journey of this conversation here?
Well, all I saw, Eric, was his license plate had, those license plates that like you get different design license plates,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And I saw that he had a Texas logo on his car license plate, and I just gave him the horns down, and he got all offended, Eric.
Okay. Did you walk away or something?
Yeah, I just walked away, but he just got all butthurt about it.
Well, I mean, the 28-14 Cotton Bowl is very fresh. Um, very, very fresh still.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you didn't want to get all offended, Texas, you could have beaten us.
Yeah, not true.
But hey, you didn't.
So, Tyler, what's your thoughts on Ross Bjork's, I guess, attempt to try and create a more, should I say, enthusiastic atmosphere at Ohio Stadium?
Personally, I love it, Eric. I love it because we've been asking this for so long to get more people, like, especially when it comes to like hang on Floopy and stuff like that. People are all complaining about that in particular, which I don't understand. If if we're playing teams like Grambling and we're up 70 points, most of the people or Ohio State fans are not going to stay until the whole game to listen to hang on Floopy.
True.
I'm unless like unless you want to, you paid a lot of money to go to those games for hang on Sloopy at the end of the third quarter, going the fourth quarter. Personally, if I'm the band, I would play it earlier in the game for games like that.
Well, let me ask you this question. I'm being dead serious. Does Hang On Sloopy pump you up?
No, it really doesn't. It's just a song that's all it does is just it's a sing along.
Yes. Yes. It is it's a tradition. It's something that has been going on for decades, and it's a tradition. But to to sit here and tell me that it is comparable to Jump Around in Madison, Wisconsin. Uh, Now I would argue that the one that the scum sing in between the third and fourth quarter, their Mr. Brightside song, which is, by the way, about a guy who's watching his girlfriend cheat on him. It's a cuckling song. Go look it up if you don't know that. Uh, Anyways, uh, I, to me that's stupid. The whole Ohio song by Camp, that whole aspect of that is Ross Bjork's attempt to try to emulate what they do in the South. Um, Rock Me Mama Like a Wagon Wheel. Everybody sings that in the South. Um, uh, Sweet Home Alabama. Everybody sings that one, right? Rocky
Yep.
Top in Tennessee.
Hmm.
I'm trying to remember all of them that there are down there. One of them is oh, what's the one that sings the Alabama song? Is it I can't remember.
Dixie Dan. I
Yeah,
know Dixieland.
yeah, Dixieland Delight. I forget who sings that one. What school sings that one? But anyways, that is his attempt to try and emulate a little bit of what they're doing down south. So, um, Ryan Day's RDCB says that's pretty bad. The problem I have with that song is no one knows it. All of those other
Exactly. That's the
songs
only problem
everybody
I have with
knows.
it.
So,
And when I listened to it, Eric, it reminded me of like John Denver.
oh, that's another one. West Virginia's got country roads, but it's not even John Denver. It's not.
I
Let's
know,
be
but that
honest.
it just like it's nobody's gonna. The song is so fast. It's like it makes people like it, that. I don't know what to think of it. I only heard it once, Eric. I don't got much to say about it.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on that song?
My thoughts on the Ohio song by Camp.
Yeah.
I'm willing to give it a chance, but I'm fearful that everybody's just going to sit there and be or start booing it.
Hmm.
So, oh man, Pitt does Sweet Caroline. That is an awful football song. That's a baseball song, by the way.
Yeah,
Isn't that
that's
what Boston?
not a football song.
That's Boston. That's the Boston Red Sox song. That's what they sing, isn't it? Yeah, because it's Sweet Caroline. Everybody goes don't. They always go Yankees suck, right? That's what Boston does. So, um, I think I have that right. Um, yeah, that's not a football one. Pitt could do better than that. No, I mean, you have. I've heard people say it should have been 21 Pilots because they're from Columbus. You know, something like that. Nobody in Ohio State is going to be about these banjos. I will. I like banjos. I actually play the guitar,
Actually,
guys.
I got a better question, Eric.
Yeah.
This is an off-topic question, but this is actually a question that really I thought of yesterday. You know how the whole Ryan Day's brother thing,
Yes.
how Michigan fans keep saying Ryan Day's brother, and it keeps and we're still waiting on that. You know
Yes.
how you and Eric make merch?
Yes.
I want to give you an idea.
Okay.
I want you to make a T-shirt that says, "Where is Ryan Day's brother?"
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that. Where is Ryan Day's brother?
Because B Moses had on their show yesterday had a skeleton of waiting on Ryan Day's brother. So I was like, you know, I think Eric and Chris could make a T-shirt of that.
Yeah, we could probably do something. We could probably do something, Tyler. That's funny. Um, I'm trying to
Where
get
is
my.
Ryan Day's brother?
He's actually, I think, in the FBI in New Hampshire, probably. That's where he's at.
Because the reason why I'm bringing that up too, Eric, did you hear yesterday on Scoop's show yesterday their
Uh,
new excuse?
no, I did not.
So apparently, this I don't know when Michigan fans made this new excuse. I don't know if it was yesterday or 2 days ago, but they are now blaming Joey Velasquez as the snitch.
Yes, I did hear this. Yes, I did hear this. I did hear this. Yeah. Yeah, it's just another, and it's funny because Maze Madman got on the chat today, or on the comments today on our Oregon preview, which by the way is pretty. That preview is hot. Oregon fans are loving that preview we did. Anyways, he got on there and was talking about how we always made excuses, and that's what create the toxicity.
No,
Uh,
that was not Maze Madman. That was Manic.
Manic,
I
sorry.
saw the comments.
Yeah, I get them all confused because I'll be honest, I don't watch their show. So if they see
Hmm.
this and they're offended by that, I'm sorry. I don't have time to watch every little thing that's out there on the internet. So, um,
Hmm.
anyways, long story short, he got all offended by it, and but yeah, here it's his fan base that's making excuses. That's ironic, as Alanis Morissette would say, "Isn't that ironic? Don't you think?" All right, Tyler, we got a full bank of calls, buddy. Last thing on your way out, my man.
Do you think you would? I'll just say this, going back to what I said earlier about that merch idea, Eric, for Ryan Day's brother. So, like, you, would you consider actually when it comes to Hate Week, and actually, let me try to rephrase this. So, would you consider adding that to your merch store?
I mean, if Chris can make it, I don't make the t-shirts. Chris does. That's his thing. So you'll have to run that by him.
Hmm.
But
I'll keep that in mind.
we are going to do a hashtag BTB shirt. That is on the docket. We are going to have those made, especially for when we do the live watch from uh, the pizza place in Bucyrus. We're going to have T-shirts available, and that is one of the plans. So it had been so long since I've had my TV on in here in my studio office that the internet's changed since then. I have to reprogram everything because I think isn't there NFL preseason games on tonight?
Yes, there are. It's the Colts and the Ravens.
There we go. All right, thank you, Tyler. Good phone call to start us off tonight, Tyler. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for leading us off tonight. Thank you so much, buddy. Appreciate you. Have a good weekend, OH.
I
All right, let me see if I can get the right day. We're off and running on a Thursday night tonight. I think last week I called it Monday. We're off and running on a Thursday night, everybody. Hey, as you can see here to my left, your right on the screen, that is the cover for our new magazine, the second edition, if you will, the 2025 edition of the OHIO Podcast Ohio State 2025 Season Preview Magazine. 58 pages full of information, goodness, scarlet and gray gold, if you will. And this is available for you to purchase on our website. Go to theohiopodcast.com. At the top of the page, you'll see the different links at the top. One says magazine. You click on the magazine, it takes you directly to the magazine where you can purchase the digital copy of this for $19.95 currently. It is at $19.95. You can get the roster, the schedule, the coaching staff, articles, game previews, position group breakdowns. It's all there. It's the most extensive preseason magazine that there is for just Ohio State out there on the market. If you are a paying member and you have not received yours in received the link in your inbox, email me at theohiopodcast@gmail.com. All YouTube paying members get a digital copy for free. And good news, a lot of you have been asking. We are going to be getting this magazine hard copies. We ordered 25 hard copies of this magazine. They should be arriving at the end of next week. So hopefully a week from tomorrow, we will get them in the mail, and then we will put them on the store for purchase. So that is the hope. That is the plan. My main man, my right hand man, Chris, has been a busy beaver the last couple days, and he's doing it on a bum knee. Hopefully you had a good day, Chris, and things went well for you out there on the Route 30 sales, my man. Good to see you in the chat. All right, we're going to go back to the phone calls here, back to the phone lines. 260 is on. 260, welcome to the OHIO podcast.
Hey, Skipper, what's up?
What's going on, my man Ray?
Not much. I ran 3 miles today. I was running a mile backwards, and I seen the sign 180 miles to Columbus. I almost came up there.
You had 3 down. You only had 177 more to go.
I know. I should have kept coming. I'll do that one day for you guys.
Yeah, you do that, Ray. You do that. How's your summer going, Ray? You having a good summer since you've had that shot and everything?
I don't know. I had to evict my daughter and a couple other of them, so he forged a $4,500 check. I can't put up with that kind of crap.
My goodness. No, you can't, buddy.
I know it's a terrible world we live in, but you keep praying for my family. I'll pray for yours. I don't know what happened to her. She's a mess right now.
Well, Ray, that sounds like a deal. I'll pray for yours, and you pray for me, my man. I appreciate you more.
Well, what do you think? What do you think of the team coming up?
I think it's good. Ray. I think we're a deeper team than we were last year. I'm not saying we are as good. We had a ton of senior leadership and everything, but I do think we're deeper, and I think we're better at some position. I think we're better at offensive line. I think we're better at the wide receiver position because you got Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate back with another year of development. I think we're better at tight end, and that's just on offense. On the defensive side, I think we're better at linebacker, and I think we're better in the secondary. So I feel very confident that this team is going to be good enough to make the playoff and good enough to challenge to win the Big Ten. I'm predicting 10-2. I'm staying firm on my prediction. 10-2 should get us to the playoffs, and if one of those losses is Texas and the other one is during the season, then there's a very good chance we might get back to the Big Ten championship. But the big question mark here, Ray, is quarterback. That is the big question mark.
Well, I'm kind of worried about our running backs too. Are they going to be able to hang on to the ball, these running backs?
Hopefully. When this past Saturday, when Chris and I went to the practice, Ray, there was a fumble. But I'll tell you this much. When they fumble it, guess what they make them do, Ray?
Run backwards.
They make them run. Now, they weren't running backwards, but they made them run. They made them do a race sprint around the field. That's what they were making them do. So, yeah, they take turnovers very, very seriously at Ohio State. Ryan Day preaches that you must take care of the football.
Well, they're going to try to trick our quarterback, too, in that first game. I hope he understands that he's going to have to check down on a lot of these plays if it ain't open.
I believe, I 100%. I think they know this, Ray. I think they believe that. I think they are going to make sure that they put Julian Sain in a position to be successful early on, meaning there's going to be a lot of quick one 3-drop passes, 3-drop, get it out of your hand, slants, tight end, running back. I think they're going to run the football. I think they're going to try to establish the line of scrimmage early, try to get Texas up closer to the line of scrimmage, and then over top Jeremiah Smith, over top Carnell Tate. I think that is the plan. Get up, establish the line of scrimmage, get them up front, and then hit them deep. I think that's kind of the plan tonight.
You know what I can't believe, Eric? We're in the second week of August.
I know. It's summer.
The whole another week down the drain. We're not hearing anything about these penalties. I can't believe that Nevada or somebody or one of these guys can't leak something out. What's going to happen on this stuff that's coming down the road? I hope they get it out before the season starts.
I do too, but I'm starting to wonder if they're just going to sit on it for a little bit longer. I don't know.
I know. I can't figure it out. they give them a warning. They're going to send them out 2 weeks ago, and 2 weeks later, we ain't heard a damn thing.
Mm-hmm. That was the report that was given to me by Intrinsic, that he had heard that there was gonna be some news drop by the end of the week, and it didn't happen. And now we're here to the next end of the week, and we still haven't heard nothing. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to get a little bit disheartened about it. But I think at this point, you just kind of turn your focus to the season, right? I mean, that's where my focus is at.
Right, right. Well, what's the first game coming up? Illinois, don't they start a little bit earlier than we do?
There's one of the teams plays on Thursday, I think, that's in the Big Ten. I don't think any Big
A
Ten.
week from today?
No, 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 no. The Thursday of week one. Um,
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah,
Because we play on the 30th, so it'd be on the 28th or something like
yes,
that.
yeah. I think there's a. I'm gonna try to pull it up right now and see if I can't find.
Yeah, I was thinking Minnesota or Illinois opens a couple of days before we do.
Yeah, so week 0, which is the week before, you got Kansas State versus Iowa State from Dublin, Ireland. And then you have Fresno State at Kansas. Those are the two big games on Saturday, August 23rd. That's week
Oh, okay.
0 or whatever they call that. And then going into week 1 on Thursday, Ohio University is at Rutgers. Rutgers is the one that plays on Thursday.
Oh, okay.
And let's see, there might be Nebraska. Nebraska plays Cincinnati on Thursday, and Miami of Ohio plays Wisconsin. So there's three Big Ten teams play on
Oh,
that
okay.
Thursday, August 28th.
Oh, okay. It'll be interesting. You're saying Illinois is going to be one of the two losses for us, right?
I right now am predicting that Ohio State loses against Texas and Illinois. That's my early prediction.
Yeah.
I obviously can hold the right to change my prediction, but right now I feel that that's where we're at. But I'll say this: I think I think Ohio State's season is going to come down to 5 games: Texas, Washington, Illinois, Penn State, Michigan. Those are the 5 games this season comes down to. They win 3 of those 5, then they go 10-2 in my prediction, and they make the playoffs. So whatever 3 out of those 5 they win, I think they're going to make the playoffs. But if you ask me which one I feel Ryan Day has to win, it's the one that's up in Ann Arbor.
Yeah, I agree with that one. They got to go up there and clobber them this time. Hey, if we right in the ship, I haven't heard much about recruiting lately. We getting any top recruits lately?
There is a ton of, I guess you could say, rumors that Ross Bjork really screwed up this NIL thing here, and it really hurt the momentum we had in recruiting. And the coaching staff is trying their darndest to get it back on track now, and I believe they will. I believe there are going to be some flips now that they've had some clarification that they can use NIL on recruiting. I think they're going to get some flips. Um, So that's kind of my prediction. I think we're going to be
Well,
fine.
how did he screw it up? What did he do?
He was telling the coaching staff that they could not use NIL in recruiting beyond the 20 million that they have for the entire team. So they were using
Oh.
$0 in recruiting.
Why is he interfering with that?
Because that was his interpretation of the rule change that the NCAA made, and then it came out because some other teams complained about it and challenged it, and then they reneged on their saying, and now there's no clarification again, which means NIL is wild wild west again. So the NCAA is struggling to get this NIL thing under control. And I think Ross Bjork was telling the coaching staff, we need to make sure that we don't get caught with our pants down here and be wrong. But unfortunately, by doing that, they really stifled the recruiting class, and it's hurting. So now Ryan Day and his coaching staff are going to have to try to double time themselves, make up some ground. They'll be fine. I believe we'll be fine. I think we'll still land some big time recruits. We'll still have a good class. That's my prediction.
Where do they got us ranked right now?
8th.
8th. Wow, they were number 2 at one time, weren't they?
Yeah, we were second behind Notre Dame at one time. So yeah,
but it's still got till what is it? Is it November or December?
December's the early signing period is in December.
So we got some time. Hopefully, they can start recovering and get this thing in order.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna let you go. God bless you. OH.
Io. See you, Ray. We're doing it. We're doing it on a Thursday night. 931. You're up next. We've got a super chat I need to read. Thank you so much, Coconut. Let's write a rockin' song and start a new tradition. I personally think that here's what I would do. If Ross Bjork wanted to listen to Eric Boggs, which he never will, but if he did, I like the whole new victory bell at the beginning. Have someone ring the bell to signal that the team's coming out of the locker room. And then when that's done, AC/DC's Hell's Bells plays. And that's what they run out to. That would be something I think that the fan base would love. That would be just my 2 cents. My 2 cents. But yeah, I think Biggie Pods might be able to bust out some lyrics for Ohio Stadium. I don't know. Biggie Pods might be able to do that. Might not be as good as someone who's really good at it, like B Moses or Mecha Don, but I can try my little hand at it. I can try my hand at it if I had to. But thank you so much, Coconut, for the $20 super chat, my man. I really appreciate that. All right, let's go back to the call-in. Let's see here. Who's up next? I think this is David. What's up, David?
What's going on, brother?
It is a beautiful Thursday night in the greatest state in the union, the OHIO, my man.
I hear that. I like that. I like the T-shirt idea. Where's Ryan Gates? But that is funny.
All right.
I think that was pretty funny.
All right, Tyler's got to vote, Chris. If you're still listening, where's Ryan Day's brother?
I got your back, Tyler. Yeah, that's funny. I think it's funny. But I like some of the stuff that they're going to do with I don't know about the camp song. I don't think I've ever heard it. But as far as playing Hang On Sloopy more, I've always wanted to hear that song more than what. You know what? Back when I was younger, you used to hear it more.
Mm-hmm.
They used to play it more.
Oh yeah.
And then they got where they hardly ever play it anymore. They just play it between the third and the fourth quarter, which doesn't make any sense to me why you would play it there. But whatever, play it more. I agree with that. Play it more. It needs to be played more. It's our thing. Go with it. Play it more.
Yep.
Heck, maybe the teams play it. Maybe she even come out to that. You know. So, but anyways, yeah, we're planning our menu for the game, and we've decided it's going to be Tex-Mex and steaks.
Ooh.
In honor of the
Longhorn
Bevo.
steaks. Longhorn steaks.
Yeah.
Tex-Mex.
So a Bevo on the grill.
Well, guess what Boggsy did this week?
What Boggsy do?
So, my beautiful wife Sarah and I, we knew one of our projects this year was going to repaint the back deck. It needed a fresh coat of paint. And so we did that. She did that, and then I ordered a long bench, a deep and long bench, and I bought her a nice swing. We've got some nice chairs, a nice swing. I bought a bench. And the idea, and then she bought me lights to put up on the back deck, which we're going to hang up. It's going to be sweet. And then I bought the bench with this idea, David. I'm going to go buy myself a big screen TV, and we're going to put that bad boy out there on the deck and watch some football this fall from the back deck. I got one of those little propane fire pits, you know, with the glass and everything. We got the swings with the cup holders. We got the chairs. Now we got the TV. We've got the lights. I think fall at Mikasa is going to be chef's kiss. It's going to be beautiful.
That sounds like a good time. I think I'll show up.
Sounds good. You bring the Tex Mix. You bring the Tex Mix and some steaks. I got the deck. We'll have us a good time.
Yeah, man, we're gonna do some. Wife's gonna make some Chipotle, tater tots or something. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a steak. She don't eat meat, but I'm gonna throw a big old steak on the grill.
There you go.
Unfortunately, most of my family doesn't even live around here anymore. They're all up in Tennessee now, so I think it's just us watching the games now. So we kind of got to do small recreations of and yeah, I'm stoked. I'm ready for. I really like the way this team is looking. I think it's going to be. I think they're going to shock. I think they're going to shock people. But people are going to be shocked more than they expect with this team. We'll see. I got to watch. I went back and watched some highlights of Manning. I could find a couple games. I don't know if he played in 2 or 3 games. I thought it was 2. I only found 2.
He started 3, I think.
And it brought. Did he start in 3? Okay, I found 2 of them. I'll see if I can find the third one. I don't know. The one was an absolute blowout, but the Mississippi State game was pretty close until the fourth quarter. And they really, even when they opened it up, it wasn't like a blowout. You know, I remember that when you watch Texas, it's easy to forget they're really a running team. We have to stop that run. They are going to need to get that run going, and just so they can take time off the clock and keep this thing close. Because Ohio State comes out and they just start throwing it all over the yard. It's going to be a long, ugly day for Bevo. And even though the Texans got some good-looking receivers, they got a pretty decent. They got a good receiving room. They got some good receivers. If they get down bad, like a Tennessee or an Oregon in the playoffs, man, I don't think they will. I don't think it'll get that far out of hand. I don't, because Texas, I think probably the 2 most loaded teams in the country are Texas and Ohio State. I think they're probably Alabama. You're talking like both sides of the ball, all the way around, everything. I would still take Ohio State just because I think we got the better talent. Like I said, I think we got the better coaching staff. We had a better coaching staff last year. We're going to have the better coaching staff this year. And coaching at all levels matters. Coaching matters. And I like Sark, but I don't think Sark really has a killer instinct in him.
Well,
that's my opinion.
If last year's any indication, Ryan Day outcoached Sark head-to-head. However, I will remind everybody that the last time he played Sark before last season, Sark was the offensive coordinator at Alabama when we got smoked in the national championship game. Now, I don't think that was all Ryan Day's fault. I think we were a very limited defense, and no offense to Coach Combs, but he was outmatched at every step in that game. So,
Absolutely.
but we'll see. This is Sark Day 2. That's what I'm calling this game. It's the rematch for the title, man. We beat them last year. It's kind of like Creed and Rocky all over again. You come right back next time and go right at it again. So I was just thinking of this. I don't know if there's ever been a time Texas has lost 2 straight games to the same opponent. If not, boy, it would be nice to put that on the old record books for them. But that'll be interesting. But I think Day's better. I agree with you, David. What else you got tonight, buddy?
I don't know if there's anything else I really had for you tonight, brother. I think that was kind of it, man.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
What do you think about Ross Bjork's attempt to try and do some different things at the shoe to try to get the atmosphere going? Do you think he deserves all this backlash he's getting from Buckeye Nation?
No, I think something needs to be done. Something needs to be done to kind of nothing's going away. It's really being enhanced the way I see it. I caught part of his response. I didn't watch the whole thing. I caught a little bit of it. And like I said, playing Hang On Sloopy more, I think that's a good thing. I think that gets the crowd amped up. You know, it increases that energy in the stadium. It's a fun song, and it's ours. It's what we sing. So let's sing it. Let's do it. Let's not save it between the third and fourth quarter. That's not even logical. I wonder who thought some of this stuff up. You know?
Yeah.
Having something for the guys when they're coming out of the tunnel, I think that's a great idea. And what it would be, I don't know what I would do if that was my decision. But definitely needs to do something. They need to come out to something. You know, and maybe you start off with something. Maybe that's not where it ends up. You know, you start off with Hang On Sloopy. It's what you got, and work on something else. Man, there's enough, artists that come out of the state of Ohio that I'm sure somebody, and between them and AI, could come up with a doggone song.
Hey, man, we
come up with something.
We do it here at the OHIO podcast. I mean, come on.
That's what I'm saying, brother. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
there's so many places there's so many different things that you could do, man. That I mean, it's almost endless.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you're talking about, Boise State. Their biggest tradition is what, a blue field.
Yeah.
The
blue turf.
And I'm not knocking on Boise State. I like Boise State. I love the blue field, but I wish we'd do a gray field. I think that'd be cool. Do a gray field or a scarlet field.
Okay,
cool.
I used to think that too until I saw Eastern Michigan's field. They have gray turf. It's awful. Go look it up. It's really bad. It's almost unwatchable on television. It's so bad. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, we should do gray turf, man. It'd be sweet. And then I saw it on television. I was like, oh no, that's not good. And then I think it's Eastern Washington has red turf, and it's bad too.
Yeah.
It kills your eyes. You're like, oh my gosh. Yeah. Just keep it green. Let's just keep it green.
Well, the funny thing about colors, right? Because I like to shoot and stuff like that. Think about colors, right? Red stresses your eye. And red will make your eye blur quicker than any other color in the color spectrum.
Really?
The color that resets that is green. So
complementary color.
Well, I was taught when your eye is getting stressed and you're shooting, especially if you're shooting like outdoors, right? You're shooting, Your eye starts getting stressed. They start getting blurry. Look at something green, look at trees or grass or whatever, and literally within like a second or so, that blurriness is going away and your eye is it's reset. Yeah, I know weird stuff like that.
I love it, David. I love it.
I got a lot of useless knowledge to the average person that's stored in my head.
All good, man. All right, we got to keep her moving tonight, David. Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for calling in. OH.
Hi-yo!
All right. Question from Ryan Day's Championship Beard. Where'd it go? Oh, Coastal Carolina's field is sweet. I love it. I love everything about Coastal Carolina, guys. I'm not going to lie. I love everything about it. Let me ask this, Eric. What do you make of them having a blackout game? Does that signal a night game for Penn State? I don't see a blackout game in the day making sense. It is not going to be a night game. Fox is not going to let that game pass by. No, sir. It's going to be a noon kick, and Ross Bjork already signaled as such. So get ready for the blackout at noon. The blackout at noon. Yep, that is what you're going to have to get ready for, guys. Sorry. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. It's time to bring on the man, the myth, the legend. He is the showstopper. He's the showrunner, you could say. The producer of the most popular, fastest growing show on the internet today. My friends, we are talking about the Buckeye Lounge, and we are talking about the producer of the Buckeye Lounge. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring on the man himself, Buck Vader. What's up, Vader?
Hey, Podfather, it's Vader. How's it going?
It's going well. How are you this evening? I hope you are doing good. What do you have for me, buddy?
I'm doing good. I'm just chilling. What are we talking about tonight?
Chilling like a villain, he is, that Vader. We are talking about Ross Bjork. We are talking about Ryan Day versus Coach Sark, version number 2. So, how about you bring it? You tell me which one you want to talk about first. Give me your opinion, Buck Vader.
I think the rematch with Texas is going to be epic. I think we have a huge advantage that nobody is talking about. Not only is there no film on Heartline and Matty P offense and defense, but there's no play calling history. Texas play callers are basically the same we went up against last season.
That is a good point. That is a really, really good point, Buck Vader. There is no data right now for Texas to go off of when we have a huge data set from Texas to go off of when it comes to play calling. Well stated, Buck Vader. This is why you're the man. This is why you are the absolute man. Bringing stats like that. Do you have any other thoughts about Texas, Ohio State, Ryan Day, Coach Sark? If not, I'll
The other point I want to bring up is I was looking at Texas quarterback back room. It's pretty thin in my opinion behind Manning. It is very similar to what we had when Justin Fields was here. So Manning may not be running as much as people think.
Another good point. If they don't have a good backup, they aren't going to want him to go run and get in trouble. But I'll say this, Buck Vader, he might be running from his life from this defensive line. They just lost a left tackle. Their starting left tackle is not going to be in this game. He's not going to be there the whole season, so they're already thinner on the offensive line. This is an offensive line that they lost 4 starters off of last year, and I think Manning's his go-to is when he's uncomfortable is to tuck it and run, and so I would be very weary of that if I was Texas because the last time he did that against Ohio State, he got his bell rung. Great insight, Buck Vader, on that. So what's your thoughts Do you have any more thoughts on that? If not, what are your thoughts on Ross Bjork? I'll take either one.
I also wanted to talk about the O-line. I think flipping the tackles could be a brilliant move. On the right side you have your traditional power run blockers with Ethan and Tigger. They're about a combined 680 pounds. That's a lot of beef. On the left side you have your two athletic pass protection, which is exactly what you need with a young quarterback. I have to give credit to Sean Schrock for pointing this out to me.
Ooh, the Schrock Star gets a little shout out there from the Vader. Does that mean the Schrock Star joined the dark side? Oh my goodness. Have to call him up tonight and talk to him about that. Great points. That is a good point. I didn't think about that either. So kudos to both of you. That's a lot of beef. My gosh, that's a lot of beef. Yes, it is. 100%, man. 100%. I love it. Man, you got me thinking now, Buck Vader. You got me thinking if that's maybe what they're doing there. Love it. Okay. Give me your thoughts on Ross Bjork trying to get this atmosphere moving in the right direction over at the shoe. Buck Vader's probably typing something out here, guys. So give him a minute. He told me earlier tonight he's got a tease for all of you too. So I can't wait to hear this. We appreciate everything that Buck Vader does for the show. Shout out Coconut for your $20 super chat. Appreciate that. Buck Vader's typing out his response to my question right now. He communicates through a speaking device for everybody. Um, he's our good buddy. So he's typing that out right now for us. He'll hit play, he's talk it and tell us what he's got to say here in just a second. Everybody, please be patient. Andre says, I don't know the power of the dark side. Oh, shoot.
I'm not a huge Ross fan, but I like the Bell idea.
Okay. I'm not a huge Ross fan, but I like the Bell idea. I like the guy. I'm not gonna lie. I was not a huge Gene Smith fan, but I like the guy. All right, Vader. You promised me you had a tease on your way out. What's the tease you got for us tonight?
Thanks for having me on. Everyone watch the Buckeye Lounge and check out the Buckeye Force reports. I may have some fun things coming for my Vader fans. Also, everyone get a membership. You get so much exclusive videos, free shipping on merchandise, and in my opinion, the best season preview magazine I've seen. Or do super chat to support the best Buckeye channel. OH.
IO! Thank you, Vader. That was awesome. What a fantastic phone call from Buck Vader. And yeah, dude, he's out there promoting us, man. He's out there building us up, building the channel. TG and Sean worked with him, introduced me to him, and he's been a good buddy, and I enjoy conversing with him. And Buck Vader's meant so much to us that Chris and I decided that we're going to surprise Buck Vader with something. So there's a tease for you, buddy. There's a tease for you. All right. We are halfway done with tonight's call-in show. Keep them coming, everybody. Of course, the call-in line is 567-483-1999. Again, thank you to Coconut for the $20 super chat. That paid for the first half of the show. Appreciate that. It costs about $15 an hour to run these call-in shows. And so if you do the math, we're spending $60 a week to do two call-in shows that are 2 hours each. That's about what we what we pay to do this. So if you can and you enjoy it and you can, please consider giving us a super chat. If you can't, we understand. You can purchase the magazine at $19.95. Go to our website, theohiopodcast.com. Click on the magazine link. It'll take you to the digital copy where you can purchase it for $19.95. And it's got 58 pages of goodness. You cannot read the entire thing in one day. I promise you. It took us 3 months to make, over 3 months actually, and we spent a lot of time putting it together, Chris and I, and we got plans to make it bigger and better. So there you have it. All right, we're gonna go back to the phone lines. Back to the phone lines. Let's see. Oh, I know this number. I know this number real well. She's marvelous, everybody.
Podfather.
What's going on, girl? I haven't talked to you in weeks.
I know.
I've missed you.
Nothing much. I'm getting really excited for the season, man. It's gonna be something special.
Yeah, it is. I feel good about this team after watching them in person. I really do.
I really love what I'm hearing. Young guys are stepping up. I think it's gonna be a very special season.
I
And
do. I do as well.
Rave's recruiting question. I have no doubt that we're gonna get things sorted out, and I think we got some flips coming, and there's some kids in Ohio that I think are really on the come up and haven't played their senior seasons yet, and I think they're gonna be something special and gonna get a look.
Yeah.
Reviewing them and some 27 prospects and stuff. Ohio, the recruiting inside Ohio is getting better and better, and I think we're gonna capitalize on it.
It is getting better, and the talent in Ohio is better than a lot of people realize.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, kids are getting better. I think having the 7-on-7 has helped. Kids are getting their videos out more, putting more work in, getting together with the coaching staff. I think it's really helping, and you really see the improvement. It's gotten better than I've seen it in a few years, and I think we're going to capitalize on it.
Yeah, I agree. I think we are too. Let me ask you a recruiting question, Mika.
Okay.
Do you think RJ Day ends up at Ohio State, or do you think he'll go elsewhere?
I think that there is a distinct possibility that he ends up with us. It all depends on what he wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think the ball is in his court. I don't know if he'd be willing to do that. I think he would, because I don't think he's afraid of competition at all. And I would love to see it happen. But to me, he's got the skill set to contribute to the team. I really think he's going to have a big year, and, who wouldn't want to play for your dad on one of the best team in college football?
Yeah.
That's stuff they make movies about.
Yeah. Now let me paint you a scenario, Mika. Think about this. So he comes to Ohio State. He develops for 2 years, right? Freshman. He gets redshirted his first year, his redshirt freshman year, so second year on campus. He knows I'm probably not gonna make never gonna make a start here at Ohio State. But I developed for 2 years. I got 3 years of eligibility, and now I pretty much can go wherever I want and become a starter just about. It's the last game of the year.
Yeah.
We're playing the team up north. We're up by 2 scores. Ryan Day puts RJ in. He scores a touchdown against the team up north. and that's his one moment at Ohio State before he goes to West Virginia or Pitt or Syracuse, wherever, to become a 3-year starter for them. Can you imagine what that would be like for the Day family?
That's better than any dang Rudy movie I've ever heard.
I think that would be awesome. I would sign me up for that, man. Sign me up.
Me too. That'd be awesome, man.
Yeah. All right.
That's cool.
What do you think about the Ross Bjork stuff? Do you think Buckeye Nation just needs to chill out and give them an opportunity here?
Yeah, I think we need to chill out. We'll get it sorted out. What happened was, I think he legitimately thought that they were going to do the right thing and put in rules. And NCAA copped out on us and they decided to keep up with this Wild West crap. And I think we wanted to do the honorable thing and make sure that we weren't promising these kids more than what we thought we could offer. And now that we know that's not going to happen, it's all going to get sorted out and we're going to pick up our recruiting and things will be fine.
Yeah.
We got till December and February, so I think things will be absolutely fine.
I agree. I think there's going to be some flipping that happens in the coming months. I do believe that. So
Yeah, so some of these other teams that are promising monopoly money, I don't think they're going to keep the classes together. It's just not feasible.
exactly. Mika, what do you think about Ryan Day versus Steve Sarkisian, part two, the second go around here? Who's got the advantage in this one?
I think we're going to win. I really do.
Okay, I like it.
With what Vader said, there's no film on us, and I think our defense is going to come out with our hair on fire.
I tell you what, Mika, if they play like they did in the practice number 3 that Chris and I watched, I don't think anybody's scoring on this defense. By the way,
here's the thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Here's the thing. These young guys are really stepping up.
Mm-hmm. And let me give you guys a nugget here. Let me give you a nugget. Arvell Reese might be the most physically intimidating player I have seen since Chase Young. If he could put it together this year,
I completely agree.
he is like we all talk about how Sonny's yoked. Arvell Reese is even bigger. If he can put it all together, he is going to be an absolute wrecking ball defensively. That dude is just yoked. I mean, seriously yoked.
And we are loaded at all kinds of positions, especially linebacker. I'm so excited for linebackers this year. I can't even put it in the words.
Who gets the block O, Mika?
I think it'll be either Sonny, Hicks, or Sam Winnerly Hinsman.
Okay. My vote's on Sonny. That's who my vote's for. All right, Mika. Anything else on your way out, doll? It's good to hear you.
I love the victory bell idea. That's a good idea.
Thank you. Yeah, I love it too.
And I'm with you with the AC/DC, but I would go either Thunderstruck or Shoot to Thrill.
Thunderstruck. It's yeah. Well, I went to Mount Vernon High School, and the football team they had black jerseys, and they would come out to Back in Black, And by the time the end of the game happened, they would all be blue and black. That was the going joke with my high school.
Yeah, AC/DC is my favorite band.
Is it really?
Yes.
God love you. All right, you you all have a good night, Mika. We appreciate you.
Love you, Podfather. Right now we want to do another show.
All right, sounds good. We'll schedule one, okay?
Hey guys, check out the magazine. The magazine is awesome.
Thank you for the shout out, Mika. Appreciate it. OH.
I know.
Marvelous Mika Hanna, everybody. She's the best. She is awesome. Yeah, I need to do another show with Mika. It's been way too long. It's just the problem with me is I got so busy going into things that recruiting kind of dropped off for me, but I do appreciate her and everything she brings to the table. Back to the phone lines we go. 385. It's Joel. What's happening, my man?
Hey, nothing much, Eric. Good to be back on.
Yeah, it's been a while, buddy. How you been? How you doing?
Been busy. But I've been following. I watch. I usually don't make the shows live, but I go back and watch. I got a few things on my mind tonight. One was actually from your Miami video on the college huddle. If people are not on that watching the college huddle, and they're missing out on so much great college football. I'm just a college football junkie, so I love everything you guys do. But I also got a few things about the Texas game I've been thinking about, as well as this whole cross training on the offensive line. But I mean, where do you want to start?
Wherever you want to go, brother. Let's do it. I'll follow your lead.
Oh, well, I'll just get this out the way. Also, I listened to that Ohio song by Camp. Awful, atrocious. Please never ever play that at a game. That's disgusting. It's like a knockoff wannabe Zach Bryan, and I already don't like him.
Oh, jeez. You know what? We know it's a struggle for me in that song, Joel, is how he says Ohio.
Oh,
Ohio. I'm like, wait, what?
Ohio.
I'm like, wait, what just happened? Like, there's no. Can you imagine someone in their 60s or 70s trying to keep up singing that song? They've got no shot.
Oh, it's awful. It reminds me of that scene from Step Brothers where the one guy's like, ah, and just keeps saying, that's what it reminded me of, that same energy.
Oh,
anyway,
shoot.
Going into the Texas game, some of my thoughts I had was, I feel like every show I'm listening to, everyone just talks about, everyone's obsessed with Jeremiah Smith, and for good reason, you know. And everyone's talking about this offense, and every show, these are national shows who aren't as in the nitty gritty as the Buckeye community itself is, but they're all obsessed with the offense, and they're really not giving credit to what I think this defense is going to be.
Nice.
And that's where I think this game is actually going to be won.
100%. You nailed it. Chris and I came away from that practice, and I told Chris, I go, I know if this gets out, people are going to confront me with it and call me not a Buckeye fan, and yada yada yada. I go, but our people will get what I mean when I say this. Ohio State this season is going to have to win their football games like the team up north wins theirs, meaning they play incredible defense. They play position. They win the position field battle, and they run the ball and establish the line of scrimmage. I feel like that's the formula for this year's team, at least early on, until Julian Sain gets more comfortable and gets more game reps under his belt.
That's exactly what I've been thinking and feeling is that, he starts off with such a big game, and it's really going to be rough. And like you said, it's going to be gritty these first few games, especially, I'm worried about Washington. Just that's such a tough environment, and I think Washington's offense has really revamped itself, and I think the defense is going to be better year two under Jed Fish. I think he's getting his guys in there now. But I totally agree with you. These are going to be some pretty gross looking games. My final prediction, I do think Ohio State wins being at home. I think we have the advantage. but I think it is like a nasty, nasty game, like a 16 to like 19. I don't know how you get to that score, but just a really low, confusing score. It's like an Iowa game, winning games 13-11.
Hunting is
Like I just
winning.
see it being that kind of a nasty game.
Yeah. Well, yes, for two reasons. Number one, Ohio State's offense is just not going to be up to par of what we're used to. But go back to the end of last season in the playoff run. We blitzkrieg Tennessee, we bombarded Oregon, and we scored plenty of points in the national championship game. We only scored 21 offensive points against Texas. Remember, there was the scoop and score that gave us 28. Okay. And
Oh
out
yeah,
of,
I
out of
remember.
those 21 points, one of them was an oops by the Texas defense, letting Travion Henderson on that little screen pass take it all the way to the house at the end of the first half. So defensively, Texas can say, for the most part, we held you guys in check for the majority of that game. And that was with a veteran-led quarterback leading that offense. So I understand Texas has replaced a lot. Ohio State has replaced a lot. But I agree with you 100%. This game is you're going to have to win it ugly. It's not going to be Ohio State goes out there and destroys Texas by scoring 48 points. That's not how this script is been written, folks.
Exactly. I mean, I wouldn't be now. Don't get me wrong. I would not be upset if it did turn out that Ohio State just blitzed them like they did to other teams in the playoff. But I just don't see any way that happens with it. This defense is returning a lot from Texas, and they made good ads in the portal, so it's going to be a good game. So those are basically my thoughts, I guess. And the other thing I want to talk about was the position swapping with the offensive line. I mean, I think that's just another stroke of pure genius by Ryan Day. Because even if we never see that in the season, it reminds me of when they were mentioning Caleb Downs taking snaps at running back, right? It just gives those other coaches just one more thing they have to account for. Like what happens if we do see Austin Sarabelle kick out to the left and swap Ethan Anianwa and put him on the right? Are they, because I mean, it's a different package. It's something else they have to be prepared for. And I think that's just another brilliant move by Ryan Day, just forcing them to have to plan for something else just in case he does actually have a plan to use them that certain way. Does that make sense?
It does. And I'm just going to be straight up honest with you guys. I did not think of what Buck Vader said, what Sean Schrock came up with on why he moved the lineman. And Sean is next up on the line, so I'm going to ask him about that. I thought that was really intelligent, and I want to dive into that. But I'll say this: Austin Severveld is a dude. He is a bona fide dude, and that guy has gained the complete trust of the entire coaching staff. He's the only offensive lineman who was named a Iron Buckeye from the offseason. We know he can play guard. We've seen him now play right tackle. And I think he's at left tackle because he's the best offensive lineman on the team. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think he's an incredible athlete, and also I just think, I mean, I played my senior year with an offensive line where I got hurt, I broke my hand, and then I was a left guard. My buddy was the left tackle, and then he broke his thumb, and so just trying to replace that. I mean, I've seen how devastating that is to an offensive line. You're trying to move guys around and everything, and well, I don't. I've mentioned this before, but Sam Levitt at Arizona State, that was my quarterback my senior year. And poor kid was just getting, oh my gosh. If you're wondering why he's able to scramble so good now, you can thank the Pleasant Grove offensive line from 2021. So
he's been running his whole life. I got a funny story for you, Joel. I loved my high school baseball coach. He was fantastic. Shout out to Coach Savage. Anyways, I was a catcher my senior year. I caught, and I was behind a really good catcher who ended up going D1, and so I didn't get to catch until my senior year. And one of the teams we played was our rival Whitehall, which is Whitehall Yearling, which is in Columbus. It's a city school now. Used to be in the same conference as us. And I'll never forget, before we got on the bus to travel there, he said, "Bogsy," that's how he used to talk. "Bogsy, you got to get up on your hunches. Get ready. When they get on base, they're gonna steal. They've been running from the cops their whole life." That's what he said. That's what he said to me. I'm like, I'm trying to keep a straight face. That's what my coach said to me. I'm like, because you couldn't laugh. You laugh, you run. You know, it's like they've been
Oh
running.
yeah,
They've been running from the cops their whole life. Oh my
yeah. So I
gosh.
think my offensive line from my senior year owes a little credit for the success that Arizona State's been having. We ain't been getting any recognition for that. So whatever.
Tyler's got a question
um,
for us, Joel. He says,
yeah,
Eric, Joel, I have a question. Do you think they're putting Austin at left tackle because they trust them the most to block Colin Simmons? Yeah, I do. I do. I think that
that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
I think he's the number one guy. Listen, we saw Ethan get bull rushed and pushed on his butt twice in that practice. Once by CJ, and the other time I think it was Bo Atkinson did it. So yeah, I think he's a better option there. I just do. All right, Joel, continue. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, last thing was this isn't really relating to Ohio State, but more of the Big Ten in general. And you mentioned on the college huddle about maybe Miami moving up and who they might bring. And you kind of scoffed at the idea of Duke and thought that more North Carolina would be the gem to get.
Hmm.
And I got to be honest, I hate to say this. I grew up in North Carolina and East Carolina, and my family was big Tar Heel fans when it came to basketball. And so, I mean, I just have this deep seated hatred of Duke that pains me to say it, but I think that long term Duke would be the better option there. If you look at the last 5 years, they've had very similar records. And even though North Carolina has won the rivalry game more in the most uh, out of the last 5 years or so. I think Duke has been more consistent in basketball and in football compared to what North Carolina has. I think they're trending up. I mean, they've. I don't know how this little project that they're doing in North Carolina with Bill Belichick is going to turn out. Right. I think this is. It just looks. It's like madness over there right now. But anyways, I mean, I really think that Duke would be the better fit for the Big Ten. But my other question is, if we were to bring two more teams into the Big Ten, who are we kicking out? Like, it's getting a little crowded in here. Someone's got to leave the party.
Yeah, they're not kicking anybody out. They're going to create pods or conferences within the conference or divisions within the conference. So
Oh,
you're going to see an East
oh,
Division,
gross.
a Midwest Division, a North Division, and a West Division is what you're going to see. So your four teams out west, and there'll be pods of six, is what I'm being told. I'm being told we're gonna have 24 teams in the Big Ten eventually, and there'll be six divisions or six conferences, however you want to look at it. Probably six divisions within the conference. Or sorry, four divisions of six. So very similar to what you see in the NFL, and then you're going to play every team in your division every single year, and then you'll rotate with other schools, and that's how you'll make it. That's how you'll make up your conference games. But yeah, that's where we're heading. It's going to be NFL like, guys. Everybody knows it.
Yeah, and that leads me. So how I mean, I don't want we don't need to get into this, but then you start to wonder, like, okay, what are we going to be doing for conference championships? Are we just going to get rid of that, and we're just going to send the winner of each division to the playoff, or
What I would like to
I
see,
don't know. I think it's just a mess.
what I would like to see is the playoffs start in your conference, just like the NFL. So the Big Ten will have their conference tournament. The SEC will have their conference tournament. The Big 12 will have their conference tournament, and then the fourth team that'll make the Final Four will be an at-large team. And I saw where Anthony just jumped in the chat. Yeah, based off of my scenario, Notre Dame will have to join a conference. in my scenario.
It's about time.
Everything is pointing to that way. The super conferences are going to be real. The ACC is the next one to be imploded, and when that happens, you're going to have 3 super conferences, and then that fourth at-large team, whoever that could possibly be. I just don't see Notre Dame being like, yeah, we'll just sit here after playing 12 games while everybody else destroys themselves in a conference tournament to get to the Final Four, that the SEC, the Big 12, and the Big 10 are going to agree to that. It's just not going to happen. So now this is probably, Joel, somewhere like 10 years or more down the road, maybe longer, in all honesty. But the next big television contract with the ACC, when that implodes, that's when you're going to see the dominoes fall for all of this. Thanks for the shout out, by the way, Joel, on the for the college huddle, man. I'm glad you watched that video. I really liked the Miami Knights guy. That's the first time I've gotten to talk to him. He was pretty good.
Yeah, no, you guys do a great job. I mean, you're doing a great job on that side, Eric. I mean, I've really enjoyed it, and I don't know. I think everyone, seriously, if you're a serious college football fan, you should really try to get a pulse on what's going on nationally. You don't want to be. There's nothing worse than an uneducated fan. You know, I got a poor buddy. He's an Oklahoma fan, and last year he was just in denial about how bad they were last year. And I was like, well, dude, I mean, if you pay attention, you got to realize something's up. So, I mean, if you want to be a smart fan, go to the college huddle. Go watch the content Eric's doing out there, guys. He's doing the Lord's work out there.
Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for calling in tonight, Joel, man.
Of course.
Yeah. Have a good one.
OH.
I-O. Great call. I like talking to Joel a lot, man. This is fantastic. This is so good. How many days has it been since you beat us again? I beat you guys every single day. Every single day. I literally wake up, and at some point during the day, one of you little trolls jumps in the comments, tries to be snarky, and I beat you every single day. Just like Urban Meyer, man. We beat you every day. So you can count that. Count that. All right, let's bring them on. The Schrock Star has entered the call-in show.
Froggy, what's up, brother?
My man. All right, I gotta talk to you about what Buck Vader dropped tonight, dude. He gave you a huge shout out and said, Austin Sverveld moving to left tackle with the whole cross training thing going on. That this was about pass protection and run blocking, making the swap here. Do tell. Inquiring minds need to know.
Usually the left tackle is that's the blind side, and that's where you want your best pass protector.
Correct.
And usually the right tackle is the road grader. So when they switched, that obviously tells me that Steriveld's the better pass protector, and Ethan must be the better run blocker. I mean, because you're not going to put the worst pass protector, the not so good pass protector on the other side where your quarterback can get killed. So
there's one thing about your thinking here that not that I'm questioning, but that has me going, I wonder if that's truly it or not. Is Tegra Shabola see, like, if I'm moving my lesser of the two tackles to right when it comes to pass blocking, I want to put him beside a right guard who's really good at pass blocking, not necessarily the lesser of the two at pass blocking with amongst the guards. Does that make sense? Like, I would want my tackle who's good at pass blocking and my guard who's better at run blocking to be side by side because they can kind of help each other out. Am I wrong in my thinking on that? I'm not saying that that's the right thinking. That was just kind of how I was processing it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I see where you're coming from. I mean, I'm not sure sometimes, like the left side, they would call the weak,
when I played, it was called the weak side because a lot of times, like your left guard would pull a lot. So I don't know if Hager's on the right side. So, and Bull was starting on the left side. I thought, am I right there, or is Tager on the left side?
Tager's on the right.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I mean,
Montgomery's on the left.
So I mean, they could have Will pulling a lot. So that's maybe why he's there on the left side, or maybe he's just. Some guys are better on certain side of the ball too. I mean, some guys
Yeah.
have trouble playing left side, and sometimes they have trouble playing right side. So I mean, this might be his natural fit.
Yeah. No, you're right, Sean. Some people are better playing the left than the right, but I thought Ethan played the left at Rice, did he not?
I thought he did too.
Yeah. And Austin hasn't played the left ever. He's never had a start at left tackle. But
no, he played left guard, but not left tackle.
Correct.
You're right there. I mean, he wasn't a tackle last year; he was a guard.
Correct.
So
Correct.
that's what kind of shocked us all when he took the tackle position in camp.
But
I thought he start at guard.
Yeah, I'm here to tell you it's because he's that good.
Yeah,
he's really good. Like the strides he has made in the last 2 years, going from an afterthought to the two deep to starting in the playoffs to being the best lineman on the team. That is the growth we have seen in this young man in 360 some odd days. It's incredible.
That's awesome.
It's incredible.
I mean, and the thing is about offensive line is it's the position that takes the longest to develop. I mean, hardly ever do you see a freshman come in and start right away or play right away on the offensive line. I mean, there's been a few, to the exception. I mean, Orlando Pace is a generational player.
The one who's from the area you live in, bro.
Yeah.
This guy right here. That guy right there. That's who we're talking about.
Then Michael Jordan started as a freshman too. I mean,
yeah, exact. They're generational talents, right? There's a saying that a lot of people have, and that is, if you start at Ohio State as a freshman, there's been a major mistake. Meaning that you didn't recruit or develop properly enough.
Hey, sometimes people are just that dang good, Eric.
Yeah, Jeremiah Smith is the exception, right?
Exactly. Chris Carter.
Yep.
I mean, we've had, numerous guys that were just superstars.
Maurice Clarett, right? Yep. There's a handful.
Clarett.
Yep.
Yep.
Braxton Miller? He started as a freshman, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
He came in after a few games.
Not right away though. I thought, didn't they start Bowserman at first?
They did.
And Bowserman, oh my gosh.
And then his passing chart looked like he was throwing the ball into the first 10 rows of the shoe, and then they went ahead and put Braxton Miller in.
I wonder how that guy ever got a scholarship, honestly.
He was really good at high school. I mean, I remember when he was quarterback thinking, we just drafted the bad guy from Mario Brothers. Bowser, when I was thinking, we really just got Bowser. That's who we.
I mean, he was like throwing the ball out of bounds. He wasn't even giving the guys a chance. I'm just like, oh my gosh.
I know. Speaking of Bowser, like, who in their right mind would choose Bowser as your character in Mario Kart? Like, he was the worst, dude. He was the worst in Mario Kart. I was always a big Luigi guy in Mario Kart. That was my go-to.
That's awesome.
I just totally took the show off the rails there with that comment.
Hey, when the Ohio podcast show, there wasn't a technical difficulty or show go off the rails or
knock on wood. There hasn't been a technical difficulty yet tonight. Knock on wood.
Hey, shout out to Vader. What an awesome call, my brother.
Yeah. Yeah, good dude, man. It's been a pleasure working with you guys, man. Yeah. Uh,
Thank you for everything you do for us, man. Seriously, for giving me and TG a place to come and helping Vader with them videos. I mean, you guys together produce some awesome videos together. I mean, his script writing and the magic you make with those videos, man, it's just an awesome combination.
yeah, I enjoy doing that for him. Thank you to all 33 people who've given us a like tonight so far. If you haven't already, please consider doing that. We want to try to get as many likes as we can to try to get this video out to as many people. It has been my goal and Chris's goal, and now TG and Sean along with Vader to try to grow this community as large as we possibly can. We're bringing on a couple new people to help us out this season as well. Alex is joining us. Corey says he's coming back. So we're going to have a lot of people to pull from. We'll have guests every single Sunday night again. The Buckeye Lounge has got a lineup for this month. It is a who's who in Ohio State football. My gosh, the lineup, Sean, that you guys have for August. There's a lot of shows well, there are shows with budgets. We don't even have a budget. How about that? There are shows with budgets that are envious of the lineup you guys have coming on the Buckeye Lounge. Hats off to you guys.
You know what? Sometimes you just get lucky, and I've been able to, meet some people and get lucky, just and form some good relationships. And I am very grateful and appreciative to those people that just take the time to answer my message, or they come back, they get back to me. I mean, not everybody does, but that's okay. So not everybody wants to be on a podcast, and I get that. But I mean, we do have a lot of people coming on, and there might be a couple surprises in the future too. So
Yeah.
little tease there. Hey, I do want to give an update. I heard you mention RJ Day. I did speak with him. I did message with him. He got an offer from Purdue.
Yeah, I know. Big Ten.
Purdue did offer him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
RJ, he's obviously a very intelligent young man. He knows the
Great kid.
He's a wonderful kid. There's so much pressure for him if he were to come to Ohio State.
Yep.
I think, but there's not a better place for him to develop too those first 2 years. And who knows? Maybe he develops into a star. But I think that the New Hampshire will offer him, you know, your
Sure.
your star quarterback son one day, right? Who happens to be a head coach at Ohio State now. I think New Hampshire will offer him. I don't know if RJ what he feels about going to New Hampshire. I mean, he obviously was so young when his dad was out coaching at Boston and then in the NFL and then found his way to Ohio State that this is where he grew up. This is home for RJ, not New Hampshire.
I'll tell you what, if he doesn't go to Ohio State, I'd love to see him go.
Where's that?
Bowling Green.
Oh gosh, yeah. But it's hard to pass up Purdue if you know what I mean.
If you want to get killed every week.
Well, yeah, but can you imagine uh, can you imagine he goes to Purdue and turns that program around and what Dylan Kuhn's gonna be like? he would be he'd
Could
be
you imagine what it's going to be like when he has to play Ohio State?
Oh man, no, that'd be awful for him and Ryan both.
I mean, that just and God forbid he goes to Purdue and turns around and shine and wins the Heisman or throws up Heisman like numbers, and the quarterback that goes to Ohio State doesn't. Oh Lord, we'd never hear the end of that.
Oh my gosh. You can't.
You know, this would be crazy.
Listen,
Everybody would be like, why did you have your son come there?
I painted a beautiful scenario earlier when Mika called about RJ, and here now you're giving me a horror script, dude. What's up with that, Sean?
I don't know. Usually I'm very positive. I'm just saying.
Oh
I
my
think it
gosh.
would be really, really rough, very tough for him and his family if he went to Ohio State. And
Yes, RJ is a junior
could,
this year. He's a class of 2027.
So, I mean, he's coming into his junior year, I believe, right?
Yeah, junior this year, class of 2027.
Yep. I mean, he already broke the school's passing record
As a sophomore
in his first 2 years. I mean,
and
my gosh.
DeSales is no like scrum school, dude. Like DeSales is where Luke Fickle went to school, guys. DeSales is legit. And he broke the all-time passing record.
He put up numbers as a freshman that seniors weren't even putting up.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's good. I think he's good enough to play at Ohio State. Now, I'm not saying he's good enough to be a 5-star, can't miss, future of the program quarterback, but he's good enough to come here and develop here and give depth to that quarterback room. 100% he's good enough to do that.
but is he going to want to do that?
I don't know.
Is he going to want to go to a place where he's going to play? I mean, it all depends on what he wants.
Well, if you think of it this way, Sean, if you're going to sit your first 2 years anyways, no matter where you go.
Sit at Ohio State.
Why not come to Ohio State and develop and then transfer out and go to, whatever school you want to go to become the starter? You had 2 years of development at Ohio State. And you got to be with your dad for 2 more years wearing the jersey you dreamed of wearing ever since you were a little kid, throwing the football around with Dwayne Haskins.
Who's to say I mean, you're right, though. I mean, he's got 2 more years. He's going to get bigger. He's going to get stronger. He's going to get better. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens in that whole scenario. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. It'd be very interesting. All right, Sean, what else you got, buddy?
I'm just excited for the season to start, Eric. I mean, hats off to you and Chris. Awesome job on that preview magazine. Man, you guys knocked it out of the park there, guys. Everybody listening, if you do not have a membership to the Ohio podcast, you need to get one. It's only, what is it, $3.99 a month?
$3.99 a month. That's it.
And you get the best preview magazine out there, and you get a shirt. And the shirt isn't a cheap shirt. It's a high-quality shirt. It's an awesome shirt. And you get all kinds of great content that other people don't get, members-only content.
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, it's the best deal on any podcast around. I mean, no other podcast offers what the Ohio podcast does.
Sean,
I'm not
speaking
just saying it because I work for the station. So,
speaking of the members-only content, did you watch the most recent one that I dropped a day or so ago? Have you seen that yet?
I did not get a chance to. No, I did not.
Go, all you members, go watch this thing. It is one of the moments I have ever heard in recruiting. And I am 99.9% positive it is true. Without going up and just asking the participants straight up, I am 99.9% positive this is a true, very true story. It is the most, you got to be kidding me, how dumb can you be moments. And just go watch it. It's only 10 minutes long or something like 11 minutes long. And just watch Chris's face when I tell the story. He's so dumbfounded. He's just like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, yeah. Just go watch it. Great call, Sean. Appreciate you, man.
And thanks, brother. Great show tonight, bro.
All right. Have a good one, OH.
I know. Scum sucks.
Yes, indeed. You know he's got to throw that one there. Jay Thompson in the house. My buddy Jay. Everyone definitely needs to watch the last members only video. I'm telling you straight up, guys. It's worth $3.99. Just that alone. The last video is worth $3.99. Oh, look. We're on the same wavelength, man. We're on the same wavelength. When I was told this story, I was like, you got to be kidding me. I sat on it for a week. Chris and I went to the practice on Saturday, and I'm standing there and I watch where the individuals that are in this story are practicing at, and I went, oh, it's true. That story is 100% true. They in the doghouse. Go watch it, everybody. It's something else. All right. Okay. It's been a while since he's called in. I'm looking forward to talking to him. It's my friend. It's my buddy. It is the man. What's going on, Dan?
Nothing much, Eric. It's been a while.
It has. How have you been? First off.
Raising hell, drinking Mountain Dew, trucking, the whole 9 yards of it.
I got you. Okay. I hear you. So, what's on your mind tonight, Dan? What would you like to talk about?
Hey, let's be honest. Ohio State defense this year is going to be a lockdown unit. And when I say lockdown, I mean they are going to lock down opponents for 60 minutes. And I don't care what people against Ohio State have to say. I don't care what, everybody has to say about Ohio State. It's going to be shut up and fight in the next couple weeks against Texas. And Texas is about to learn a hard lesson. This Ohio State defense is not here to play around. This Ohio State defense came into the horseshoe to hurt you and to put you in the ground and to say, enough of you. We got a schedule to storm, and we got another championship to win. Simple as that.
I like it, Dan. I like it. This defense, they were flying around last Saturday. They were violent. They were juiced. They were chippy. And so I came away from that practice with a lot more confidence in this defense than I had going into that practice. So I'm going to sit here and say, I agree with you, Dan. I think you are 100% correct about that defense. Now, let's get into some of the specifics about that defense. What or who about the defense excites you the most?
I think it's Matt Patricia and James Laurinaitis, because those two, I feel like, are going to really work really well together, and that's what's really going to help our defense, because Matt Patricia is a great defensive mind. No, James Laurinaitis came from North Atlanta a few years ago with who was that defensive coordinator that they had there at North Atlanta? Bobby Schaffel or something like that with Marcus Freeman. Now, Bobby Schaffel was a student of Matt Patricia. Yet Matt Patricia's the teacher, so it's going to be a little awkward of the teacher kicking his student in the butt with an Ohio State alumnus who's a linebackers coach that, is getting them boys riled up. And there's Ohio State, legends coming into the facility watching these guys, and especially Bobby Carpenter. Bobby Carpenter's been speaking to the linebacker group a lot. So you know what? All I can say is this Ohio State defense is going to do two things. They're going to hurt people, and they're going to win a national championship. And to all the Scum fans talking all this up in the house here, let me give you a little piece of advice here, boys. Do me two favors. A, shut your mouth, because you're about to be taught a very hard lesson till November 29th. And Eric, I'm going to say this in the most politeful way for number 2. Number 2, they need to lighten up in the before they come stepping up to Ohio State and talking their up in this house. Because all they do is whine, complain, and they act like a bunch of babies. And I want to tell those no good Sesame Street loving a bunch of no good son of a cowards. They better shut up, because November 29th is not going to be the excuse. November 29th is going to be the day that Michigan got entered into the Hall of Fame, because they got their whooped by Ohio State big time, and a whole 9 yards of a worse whooping. And that's all I got to say to them punks.
Oh, shoot. The Hall of Pain. Where'd you come up with that at? I like that.
I've always said it. You know, I've always said it. If you're gonna play a lot of tough defense, you're gonna play physical. I mean, Georgia did it for 2 years. They put people in the Hall of Fame. I mean, how many teams did you see them beat the living out of and tell them not to come back? I mean, TCU learned that the hard way. 65-7. How do you think about that when that's running through your mind? Somebody beats you 65-7 and then 63-3 the next year, and they opened up a can of on you. Think about that, Eric.
Yeah, I do.
It's not even the third quarter.
Indeed. There was a whole lot of Hall of Pain in those first 2 games in the playoff. That's for sure. Poor Nico's.
But let me just say this, as an Ohio State fan, and as somebody who respects the University of Georgia fans face more than the scum Notre Dame, and especially them boys that wear the crimson and white uniforms down there in Alabama, you better not be coming up in here, because we play you in 27. We know you boys are going to say, okay, Caleb DeBoer's the savior of y'all. He's not going to save y'all. Here's the problem in 2027 is that you got 2 of the most deadly teams in all of college football lined up on your schedule. The first one just happens to be the reigning, defending, undisputed, soon-to-be 11-time national champion Ohio State Buckeyes up in Columbus, where y'all going to get destroyed. And then you've got the former 2-time undisputed the former 2-time back-to-back national champions, who not only destroy people, but they're going to go back on the habit of beating the living out of somebody, Georgia. So it's going to be a rough 2 seasons for you boys when we come down to Tuscaloosa and when you guys come up here to the prison yard of the Big Ten, which is known as Ohio Stadium. Michigan fans can say the big house is the big house. Nah, that's just the house of toddlers. The real big house of the Big Ten is Ohio Stadium, where the legends were made and the Hall of Famers played the game like nobody else. So how about the scum boys do me a favor? Go back to your mama, because the big boys have entered the building and we ain't around. You want to talk like you're big and tough and bad? Oh, please excuse me. Y'all can't even do anything in the weight room because y'all complain, whine, and y'all whine like a bunch of no-good babies. So step aside, little bros, because the big bros and the big dogs are in the house feasting. I do not need to be reminding anybody on this channel, especially Burks, talking all his crap on social media, blaming me for all the crap I said to him. Yeah, Burks, when I told you, it's what I told you, down straight facts. You want to say like, oh, the Michigan show is correct on everything, and now you sided with John the ass. And, you sided with all them morons because you think that Michigan's going to be a better program. No, y'all ain't going to go 10-2 and 11-1. Y'all are going 8-4. Bottom line. And I'm going to say this to them punks. You better watch yourselves, little boys,
because it's going to be hell for you to pay, and it's going to be the Hall of Pain where your little carcasses are going to get put in, and not only that, y'all are going to get sent into the hospital a lot worse beaten, and the doctors are going to put y'all back together, and it's going to take you about 2 years to get back together until y'all recover after we beat y'all and bloody you to a bloody pulp. Ooh.
Oh, you got a flare woo in there at the end.
No, I'm trying to breathe because my mother and father in here in the house, especially my father being a Stone fan himself.
What?
He's
Wait,
trying to
what?
tell me to calm down.
What? Your dad is a fan of the P, yellow, and blue?
Yep, and he's the Washington Redskins fan, and the Washington Redskins are a terrible team. I'm an Eagles fan, so we got a little division in the house. And my father don't like me talking smack about Desmond Howard's boys. Well, Desmond Howard ain't here to save their anymore. Their guiltiness is pretty much smells like dogs up in the sewer. Because we about to pump all that and put it down off the highway to hell, which is what route number? 666. You daggone right, boys.
Oh, Dan. Well, Dan.
Because I'm telling you, we are not playing around. We are coming to beat y'all bad, and we're going to beat you to a bloody pulp. And I don't care if you try to ask Tom Brady, his 2 ex-girlfriends, his girlfriends, I don't care who you ask to come back to the hospital. But I'm going to tell you what. I don't care if you ask Tom Brady's 2 ex-girlfriends, Brandy Love and Kendra Lust, to save y'all's carcasses, but y'all ain't going to get saved. Y'all go get whooped, put in the hospital, get feasted on in the hospital, and then y'all going to go into a cemetery with y'all's carcasses below, and then y'all going to rot to hell. And that's all I got to say about them punks. And everybody else who wants to talk about my Buckeyes, that's what's going to get dealt with you. The only competition I see on outside of our schedule is Georgia. Let's be honest, Eric. That's the only physical team in college football that knows how to shut the up and play 60 minutes of no excuse football like we know how to do it. Let's be straight up honest here.
Dan, they might be able to play football, but they don't know how to drive.
But I'll tell you what, though. Iowa State and BYU in the Big 12, I'm going to give them credit for stepping up the game. But you boys, let me give you a little piece of advice here, Iowa State and BYU. I've been watching you boys in practice, and I've been seeing you guys talk about coming up to the national championship game. So I'm going to give you a little Hereford-friendly advice. As a Buckeye fan, as somebody who's won 4 national championships in my lifetime, 2003, 2014, 3 national championships in my lifetime. Excuse me. I just get the 4th one because I'm already thinking about a 4th national championship because we're about to whoop everybody. But, if you really want to step up your A game and say you got no competition in the Big 12, why don't you come up and play us in the national championship game and actually shut the thing up and come hang with the big dogs? That's all I got to say to them.
All right. Well, Dan.
Listen,
you got something else, Dan?
My parents got a problem with me nasty talking everybody, but I'm just spitting the facts on this channel, and that's all I'm doing exclusively on this podcast. Michigan fans, you can hate me, you can hate my guts, you can hate my soul, you can tell me the most negative crap on this planet, but you know what? I will roast your carcasses to the end of this earth, and I will tell you straight up again. You can say all the nasty crap to me about me on social media. You can say, I don't get this. I don't get this. I'm dumb. You can say all the mean names that you called me on social media, like autistic, dumb, dumb. They literally, Michigan fans have called me, and even, what's his name? Maze Maniac? Yes. Maniac called me trailer trash and called me the absolute worst names on planet Earth. I literally saw that on Twitter. Oh my God, Eric, you know how many times Michigan fans are flooding my Twitter saying the most nasty thing on planet Earth? And even the Michigan Channel's newest buddy, who I know personally, and you know who you are, who I'm going to tell you what, he is not on my level. None of the Michigan fans are on my level. So y'all can sit on down because the biggest man in the yard has come in the house, and I'm standing up my ground, and I'm calling you little punks out. You want to say you're the baddest in the building? Eric and Chris at the OHL podcast have somebody in the room that's way more better than you, that raises more hell, drinks more Mountain Dew, and drives more trucks than any of you ever did in your lifetime. So I don't want to hear any of that BS coming from you little boys. Your little pea, yellow, and navy and little navy unis ain't even good. A real uniform is the scarlet and gray uniform. When you see the men in scarlet and gray, you better tuck your tails and run behind your mama's house, because we're going to come hunt for you, and it ain't going to be good. And I swear to you, that's the bottom line.
That's Dan, everybody. We got to move on, Dan. Good phone call tonight, buddy. Have a good rest of your day, OH.
I owe it a go Bucks and scum suck.
That's 11 minutes of Dan just going off, everybody. He kicking butt, drinking Mountain Dew, and driving trucks. That's what he does. All right, we've got a new caller. This is an area code from Georgia. Let's see who this is. 706. Welcome to the OHIO podcast.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you? Who are we talking to?
Great. My name's Paul. I just wanted to make a comment about the last guy that was on the line.
Okay.
Yeah, all his ranting and raving, he is just some dumb rat fucking slime.
Well, can't do that on this show. You can't cuss like that on this show. You're gonna have to yourself if you're gonna do that. So 706. If you want, and he's gone. He waited in line all that time to call in to get mad at Dan. And no, I wondered. It was a Georgia area code. I had my finger on that mute button awful fast. I wondered. Bobby Mack says, Eric, please make a song with and Carcass. Ooh. You just challenged me, didn't you? You just challenged me, Bobby Mack. Gosh darn it. Oh, shoot. I might have to do that, man. I might have to do that. All right, let's talk to a Notre Damer. It's Brian Kelly's caddy. What's up, man?
What's up, man? Just I don't know. I'm gonna follow those two callers. Jesus Christ.
You know what's about this show is when we get started at 8:00, it's calm. We have good callers, and as the night goes on, it progressively gets more aggressive. It's wild.
Yeah, Dan seemed I think passionate's the word.
Yes.
Very passionate.
Yes. Dan has become somebody who I know that he got kicked off of Kennedy's show. He's been kicked off of several shows.
I wonder why.
But I'm trying to work with the young man, and he's got his lane. He understands his lane. But he's an incredibly passionate young man who's trying to channel his energy into making sure his love for Ohio State is known by every enemy that doesn't like the Buckeyes. That's his goal in life.
Man.
He's succeeding.
Yeah, he's calling out all of the enemies and then like their family members and maybe the family members' friends.
And
Like he's
what I
going
like
way deep.
what I love about it too is there's a little bit of Stone Cold in him. And but instead of drinking beer, he's like Mountain Dew. That's what I love.
Yeah, interesting fellow for sure. And then the next guy just wasn't standing any of that. But hey, I'm glad we're on. It's been a minute. I haven't talked to you in a while. I'm out there in Kennedy's show every now and then. I pop into your shows here and again when I get a chance.
Appreciate it.
But yeah, man, I'm excited for college football. How are you feeling about the Texas game? Tell me about that.
Nervous. I'm nervous. Breaking in a new quarterback. Um, it's always a scary thing. And of course, Texas could say the same thing, but Arch has had a lot more snaps in his 2 years being in college than Julian Saint has in his one. And that's me just assuming that Julian Saint indeed wins the job as starting quarterback.
Right.
Um, but Ohio State is going to have to win games at least early on this season in an unconventional way, a way that Ryan Day maybe is uncomfortable winning. He likes to be full throttle, all gas, no brakes, run up, just run all over you guys, pass all over you guys. When he gets in these tight ball games, he struggles, a la the team up north last year when we lost 13-10. So
Right.
I'm a little nervous about that, and I have predicted, and I've stayed firm on my predictions so far that we lose the opening game in a close one. But we'll see. I think it's a coin flip. I'm hoping the injury to the left tackle for Texas, although I don't hope injury on anybody, but I'm wondering if that's going to affect them more than we realize, and if so, then that's advantage Ohio State.
Yeah, but even Arch coming to the shoe, in that hostile territory, you don't think that will get to that kid at some point, even early on, which can be crucial?
I mean, I hope. I've also seen the shoe get incredibly quiet at times too, especially at noon.
That's true.
So
Right.
we'll
Yeah,
see.
how that isn't a primetime game is beyond me.
Well, that's Fox. Fox has the
Yeah.
first pick of the Big Ten games, and since that game is played at Ohio State, it's considered a Big Ten game, and so Fox was like, "Yeah, sign us up for that." I was hoping NBC would take us because when NBC gets the Big Ten game, it's a night game usually. So that was my hope, but it sounds like every big game that we get at home is noon. Penn State will probably be noon. Team up north is going to be noon at Ann Arbor. Washington can't be noon because it's on the West Coast, but it'll probably be a 3:30 kick on CBS, which is noon out there. So it stinks. And then our games that no one cares about are night games. Ohio University is a night game.
Yeah, that scheduling is weird, man.
It's frustrating, is what it is. It's frustrating. So what about your
Well, I
Golden?
mean, did you see?
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just ask how.
No, I was gonna say, did you see? Did you see how Penn State? I saw something out there where Penn State was favored to win the Big 12 or the Big 10 rather.
Okay. Yes, I by the media. The media. So the Big Ten media picked Penn State to win the conference. Yes. And I
Like, what? Where in the world are they getting this from? I mean, do they look at James Franklin's big game record?
that's my point. That's what we're all saying. So the narrative that's being pushed here is that in 2023, the team from Ann Arbor won because they had all of these seniors come back. And then Ohio State had the similar experience happen for them last year. And now Penn State has a ton of returning upperclassmen talent and seniors coming back instead of going to the NFL. And so the narrative is it's their turn. That's the narrative.
It's funny. I was thinking about this the other day regarding Penn State and James Franklin. Like, I don't doubt the talent on the team. I mean, they have NFL caliber, first round, second round, just talent all around. And it reminded me of Brian Kelly in Notre Dame, where as a fan of Notre Dame, like, I was just like, you know what, we're good. This is going to be the year. I felt just like Penn State fans probably do now, because we're talented. We have all kinds of NFL caliber players, but then you seem to forget who your head coach is because you want to believe in the guy, and this guy probably sells you false dreams. But look at Brian Kelly's record, and even at LSU, he really hasn't amounted to anything. And I don't know when these LSU people are going to wake up and realize that, but we'll see. I mean, Kelly has a big game week 1 as well, so
Yeah.
pretty sure he's going to lose that one.
Which would be what, his 4th in a row?
Yeah, 4th.
4th opening season loss for Kelly. He's the most overrated coach in college football, hands down.
I agree.
And followed closely by James Franklin in second, in my opinion. It's funny to kind of watch Notre Dame troll LSU because of Brian Kelly. I get a kick out of watching Kennedy troll LSU and troll Brian Kelly. And what's really funny is to watch the national media try to push LSU. Like they've got, like, this is going to be the 4th team out of the SEC to make it to the college football playoff. It's like, no, it's not. No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah,
not with Kelly as
coach.
It's just not.
Yeah, I don't see that either, man.
So what do you think about Marcus Freeman, dude?
Oh, I mean, great coach, right? I mean,
love the guy, don't you?
I feel like he has that it factor. Obviously got us to where we wanted to go, which didn't cross that finish line. I mean, but what's his name? Jeremiah Smith.
Yeah.
That kid is phenomenal. For him to make that last play, essentially, I mean, that wasn't the field goal, but to make that last play where it counted, I mean, you can't hate on that, right? I mean, but Notre Dame is almost there, and this is specifically because Marcus Freeman. And I mean, think about what we were just talking about, right? There's talent, and then there's head coaches with that talent, and what do they do? What coordinators do they bring on? What game plans are they imposing on these teams? I mean, look at what he did to Kirby Smart in the playoffs. Like, he outcoached him. And, I'm part of that group of people that hate on Brian Kelly because, he wasted all those years for us as Notre Dame fans, and quite similarly to what James Franklin is doing for Penn State fans. But when in regards to Marcus Freeman, I feel like this guy's going to get us a national championship in the next, maybe, hopefully this season, maybe next season, but I feel it coming on very soon.
My comment to Kennedy, and my comment will be to you as well, that Marcus Freeman is in the stage that Ryan Day was in. It happened to be Ryan Day in 2020 was the year that he took Ohio State to the national championship game and then got blown out by Alabama. And then he had to readjust and make some adjustments, and he learned from it. That is where Marcus Freeman is at right now. It's only a matter of time. That's how I feel.
Agree.
That's how I feel. And I know,
mean, in Dan's eyes, we're going to get blown out every year by Ohio State.
But yeah, well, yes, of course. In Dan's eyes, absolutely. That would, but
everybody and their mother's getting blown out by Ohio State. But don't come after him.
You got to be careful, because we're going to take that carcass and we're going to bury it in the Hall of Pain. Listen, but that's why
we set the Guinness World Book of Records for the amount of in a phone call.
What is that? Where you block your cuss words out or whatever. I can't remember. It's getting late. My
Yeah,
brain
like
stopped.
censored.
Yeah, he self-censoring. He self-censored himself enough, and I asked him to. I asked him to do that. He knows he can't cuss on here, so that's what he does. So he's. I appreciate that. Uh, Man, what do you think about week one against Miami? I just got done interviewing a Miami fan over at the College Huddle. I think you would really enjoy listening to that interview. And we get into some
Yeah,
of
I'm
the
I'm a I'm gonna catch that.
yeah
Yeah, I'll catch that when it comes out. It's not posted yet, right?
yeah no, I posted it last night. Yeah, it's out there. It's on the College Huddle page. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll get on that. Well, I mean, the quarterback battle right now is like what I'm interested to see like play out. We have CJ Carr, right? That's who everyone thinks is going to win the job. But there's also Kenny Minchie, who is putting up a battle right now. And Kenny Minchie, he calls himself the best quarterback in the country, and I guess he's just trying to get to that state mentally and try to prepare to win this battle. Um, and the thing about quarterbacks is like that's huge, right? Just like you guys, like is Sam going to be the guy? You don't know, but what does Sam bring to the table that can help you guys win games? And when Carson Beck gets back on the field, I'm interested to see how that goes. So this quarterback issue for both teams, right? Like how good is Beck going to be coming back from this injury? Who do we have as QB1? And how well are they going to perform under the big lights, especially at Hard Rock Stadium, where it gets loud and violent in the crowds. Like Miami hates Notre Dame fans. Notre Dame fans hate Miami. It's going to be a ruckus, and it's going to get loud, especially for a first-time quarterback. All four quarters. I don't know. It's a coin flip to me. I think the spread is at like 2.5 last time I saw. Favored in Notre Dame, but I mean, of course, I feel like they're going to win. We have a lot of talent. We have our offensive line. Those boys are big. Our D line's a little questionable, but I mean, we have a lot of monsters on the defensive end anyway. So our DBs are reloaded and looking sharp. Wide receivers, we stocked up on those guys. We got Malachi Fields that came in. We have Will Pauling, Jaden Greathouse seem to be doing well. I mean, you guys won the national championship, but let's call a spade here, right? I mean, he ran all over the field on Ohio State. So
yeah, I like
let's see how he does.
I like Greathouse a lot.
So what?
I said I really like.
Yeah, he's a good. He's talented. So I know it's going to be a quarterback battle, but I mean, both boys can throw the ball, right? They can spin it down the field and they can make plays, which is a good thing. It's not like two not so talented quarterbacks are competing against each other. We're trying to pick the best out of two bad QBs. That's not the case. Like they're both really good, and we just need to see who the best quarterback is to get us there. And will week one QB be week two QB? I have no idea. I don't know how they're gonna feel about that. But if you have to ask me, long story short, I feel like Notre Dame's going to come with that win week one. I'm more concerned about week two, Texas A&M, because they're more of a threat from a defensive standpoint.
Interesting, but isn't the A&M game at home though?
It is at home, but still, I think Marcus Freeman's home openers have been losses to like Brian Kelly.
Well, he'll have to.
Well, I don't know about home openers actually, but his home openers, Brian Kelly, regarding him, I think he's just lost every week one game. But in terms of home openers, I'm not sure what Kelly's record is, so don't quote me on that. But I know Marcus Freeman has a stretch where he has been losing his home opener games.
Yeah,
and this is going to be a home opener for us.
I'm trying to think because last year you went on the road at A&M to start the season. That was a win. Was the Northern Illinois loss in week 3? Was that your third game?
I think it was. Yeah, I think so.
Now,
I think so.
Now I gotta look. Now you're making me want to look this up.
Northern Illinois.
I want because if that was
Either way, we've been losing our home openers. That's all I know. And Texas A&M, they're coming for a vengeance.
yeah, they're a well coached team. I really like that coach that they got from Duke to go down there. Let's see here. So that's Navy. Why did it give me Navy? 2014. I can't type. I meant to type 2024. I put in 2014. Jiminy Christmas, Eric. Let's go here. Come on, buddy. Let's get it together. All right, Notre Dame. 20. Yeah, Northern Illinois was your home opener last year. Good call.
There you go.
Yep.
We do not have a good track record right now, and Freeman definitely needs to break that with Texas A&M, but that's a tall task.
Yeah.
Northern Illinois is definitely not Texas A&M. That's for sure.
Right.
And if we struggled with them, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure Marcus Freeman learned his lesson, right? He proved that throughout the season, going undefeated after that.
Yeah, you
But,
guys
yeah,
were in
I don't
playoff.
know.
You guys were in playoff mode from game 3 on. I mean, that's essentially
Yeah.
and you won every game despite all the offensive line injuries. Game after game after game, you suffered another offensive line injury and you just kept winning, dude. So hats off, man.
Well, what's interesting is they actually have a bye week after Miami. So that's obviously probably placed there strategically to get those boys some rest before a big home opener. But we'll see, man. I think week 1 we'll come away with a win. I think it won't be by huge numbers, but just again, like starting quarterback at Hard Rock. Miami's good. I mean, I don't think they're elite. I think they're good, but yeah, we just need to get our quarterback situation settled. And who knows what's going to happen because we don't even have a QB1 named yet. So.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, dude. It's a Sunday night. I'm gonna be glued to it. We'll be doing our roundtable show talking about a Ohio State win or Ohio State defeat, one of the two. And I'll be right up here on the TV here in the office. I'll be watching you guys that night because it's gonna be great. Must see TV. Anthony,
Yeah.
thanks for the phone call,
I'll
buddy.
be rooting for you guys too.
Thank you, Anthony.
Yeah,
I appreciate
see you, buddy.
that, man. Have a good night.
Bye.
I
Yeah.
won't force him to say IO. I won't do that to him tonight. It's been a good night, everybody. I'm sitting here fighting back, yawning. We went over a little bit tonight. It's been a fun night. This was a fun night, everybody. Thank you so much, Coconut, for the $20 super chat. Got us off and rolling. Bobby Mack with a couple $2 super chats challenging me to make the next Bop song. Remember that one from the Hanson brothers? Bop doop dop bop doo bop doo dop bop doo bop. Yeah, I just did that. That just happened. We're gonna make the carcass doop dop dot carcass song. It's gonna be great. I've already got it figured out in my head. It's gonna be fantastic. And if you're still watching the show after that, you need help. That's where we're at right now. You need help. Thanks so much, everybody. Appreciate y'all. Please consider going and getting a magazine. If you haven't got yours already, let me know. Send me a email. We've got some hard copies coming, hopefully by the end of next week. Please consider becoming a member of the channel. It's only $3.99, guys. I'm telling you, the last members only video is worth that itself. It's worth that already, guys. Thank you so much for everybody who called in. Thank you for all of you in the chat tonight. It's been a lot of fun. We'll be back Sunday night. We have a live show Sunday night for the roundtable. Very special guest joining us, Doug LeMaurice, former writer of the Cleveland Plain Dealer, current host of Kings of the North. Was a former guest a month ago on the Buckeye Lounge, is coming to the round table this Sunday night to talk all things Ohio State going into the season. It's going to be a fascinating show. One you definitely are not going to want to miss. So Sunday night, 8 o'clock Eastern, be here. Must see YouTube. It's going to be fantastic. Have a great night. Have a better weekend, everybody. Remember to be kind to one another. I owe someone's OH in Carmen, Ohio with all your heart. Till next time, you all know what to do. OH! Go Bucks.